Hi folks, Insubordinate here. Many of our viewers will be aware by now of the kinds of tactics that many industries employ to shape public opinion on subjects where the science is not on their side. Whether it be funding large propaganda campaigns and denialism programs, lobbying government, infiltrating industry regulatory agencies, industry-funded studies, and even data manipulation and scientific fraud. The Australian government, however, has decided to take this one step further.
Government, changing subjects here, is poised to spend $9 million educating Australians about the safety of 5G, and that's one of the subjects we're going to talk to Stephen Fennick about today. 5G. What are the misconceptions?
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of them, and this is an unusual step for the government to step in and spend $9 million over the next 4 years to educate us about the safety of 5G, because there's been a lot of misconceptions, a lot of misinformation about 5G, and there's been Facebook groups set up and people assuming that what these people are saying is correct.
As we have stated many times before, it is of the uttermost importance to maintain critical thinking skills, regardless of where the information is coming from. The purpose of these awareness groups that Stephen is referring to is to be a conduit between non-industry-backed scientific literature and the Australian public on the impacts of 5G wireless technology on biology and the environment. We do not in any way expect the Australian public to take our word at face value, but to encourage research. Which brings us to our next video that will be released in early 2020, a compilation of findings of some of the top scientists and medical doctors working in the field of wireless technology and its effects on the vital bodily functions of humans. The essential role of naturally occurring electromagnetic frequencies in maintaining ecosystems, and how man-made electromagnetic frequencies interfere with this process, along with links to our sources of information and supporting evidence. We will also be discussing possible conflicts of interest and provable scientific fraud from within the wireless industry and regulators, as well as concerns of undermining national security, privacy, and civil liberty. And importantly, we will be discussing solutions on a personal, community, and government level.
Now, 5G is safe.
Not only has 5G not been proven safe, but the necessary studies have not even been done, and the methods of safety testing for previous generations of telecommunications take into consideration the thermal or tissue heating effects only, whilst ignoring all other mechanisms of harm, which contradicts large bodies of scientific literature and is widely rejected by scientists independent of industry worldwide. We will be expanding upon these inadequate safety testing methods in our next video.
If you own a microwave oven or a baby monitor, those products produce more radiation than 5G.
One of the many concerns about 5G is that the millions of antennas from base stations, small cells, and Internet of Things devices, such as cell phones, wireless smart utility meters, washing machines, and other household smart appliances, self-driving cars and buses, etc., will create a mesh of artificial electromagnetic radiation 24 hours a day, as opposed to a microwave oven, which is only used for a short period of time. These genuine concerns stem from the fact that methods of safety testing for non-ionizing radiation exposure uses short-term exposure only, ignores non-thermal effects, and does not take into consideration accumulated dose that we will be exposed to in an Internet of Things saturated future. In regards to baby monitors, it is also recommended that an alternative to wirelessly connected baby monitors be used, as once again, the methods of testing the safety of wireless devices are inadequate, especially in regards to an infant. The specific absorption rate, also known as the SAR method, measures thermal effects only, whilst ignoring non-thermal effects and accumulated dose. The plastic test dummy that is used in this method is based upon the top 10% US soldier, and is not the size of an average person, and certainly not an infant. We will also be expanding upon the flawed SAR method in our next video.
A lot of the vehicles for the Tokyo Olympics of 2020 will be autonomous vehicles, particularly those out in the field events.
That's right, yeah. It's going to be a showcase of that sort of technology. There's going to be a lot of buses to take athletes from there to the venues, autonomous vehicles, as well as retrieving the javelins and hammers from the field as well. But underlying that, out in the real world, once this is a thing in the next 5 to 10 years, 5G is going to play a critical role in the connectivity of that whole thing, so that it's going to just help connect everything, and something that's going to be a city-wide coverage. So it's not like you can use Wi-Fi in this situation. This needs to be city-wide, nationwide, and 5G has the capacity and the speed to handle that.
But hey, let's trust the word of a salesman. That's always worked out, right? right?
For the government to make this move, it's to back the industry, because 5G is rolling out as we speak.
So, a multi-trillion-dollar industry that has declined time and time again to face open expert scrutiny is in need of a multi-million-dollar taxpayer-funded campaign to combat the unfounded and ludicrous concerns of, quote, tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorists. Well, I'm sold.
5G is going to form the bedrock of the futures of smart cities, autonomous driving, all of these things that are going to benefit the community and industries is going to be powered by 5G.
Do you not think that this taxpayer money would be better spent elsewhere? Let me think. There was something. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
So it's important that the government has backed this and going to totally quash all of these tinfoil conspiracy theories once and for all.
Sorry, Stephen, you're not getting rid of us that easy. Thank you for watching. If what we have discussed here resonates with you, there are a number of ways you can get involved. We Say No to 5G in Australia.com is an online database of Australian 5G activist groups and useful sources of scientific information. Simply find your local group or start one yourself, and follow us on Facebook for updates on the latest strategies to keep this threat to life and liberty out of your community. The In Power movement uses legal documentation as a way of restoring the power to the people by way of holding politicians and corporate personnel accountable for their crimes. The Full Circle Project is an online hub for concerned citizens to meet and coordinate within their communities. Simply sign up and find people in your area. Choosing Freedom is a Perth-based action-orientated community group focused on implementing non-conventional paths of action with less than desirable returns seen on the political level. Choosing Freedom hopes to grow and support community energy that can be used to achieve tangible results through less known paths. For more video content like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell. Considering YouTube's new censorship policies, we also have a backup channel on BigTute.com. You can also find me on Steemit under Insubordinate or on Instagram as Insubordin_art. Thanks again.